Yep, yes.
Thank you much.
Welcome. What can I get for you?
May I have an iced latte?
Having here?
Sorry?
Having here, right?
No, we
to
have
go?
to go actually.
Iced latte with oat?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And
I'll do a nice latte, just
Normal milk. Yeah.
no,
Sure.
regular milk.
Yeah.
Good.
can we have a frappuccino now? Can we have the
Now we have the passion fruit and the chocolate hazelnut and the
matcha?
matcha. Yes.
Do the passion fruit.
Sure.
I'll take my card.
Sure. Okay, just step here. Do you need to receipt?
Thank you.
Okay, just take a seat.
Thank you.
Hi, morning, Wes. Thanks for joining. Okay, everything set up. Thanks for joining. It's the oat.
What do you think more?
Just wait for the craft.
Sorry?
Let's just wait for the passion fruit. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Kim on.
I don't think so.
Just these are paper straws anyway, so it doesn't do anything to the environment. Yeah, it's better. Yes.
Awesome.
Right. Thank you. Have a good morning.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah. You too. Bye bye. Okay. Not too busy this morning, so it's okay. We can have a little bit of chit chat. Thanks for joining. Let's see who is on. We have Anders. Anders, you're up early this morning. 1:35. Okay, it's very early indeed. Thanks, Wes, for joining. Marcus, thanks for joining too. Right. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Yesterday I brewed a 6 months old coffee, and that's really interesting. I think to qualify the coffee to be able to drink at an age level, it has to be medium to medium light coffee, right? What coffee do you feature in your cafe, right? Okay, basically we classify our coffee into 3 different categories, right? There are 3 to 4 different categories. One is our house blend, of course, right? Our house blend is what's inside the hopper, right? The plan for our cafe is every month I have to come out with a new blend, right, to be placed inside the hopper. So currently we are using the 2 blend. One of them, which is the traditional Italian coffee. When I say Italian coffee, don't get me wrong, it means that it has Robusta inside. So it has about a small percentage of Robusta to give the robust and the beautiful crema and things like that. And it always gives you the no acidity, very chocolatey and nutty flavor. Even though we are specialty coffee, but we are not a snob, right? So we do understand there are, hi Gwen, morning. We do understand that there are different people that like different kind of coffee, right? There are people who like the traditional chocolatey and nutty coffee. There are people who like acidic and bright coffee. Yes, we do roast in-house. In fact, my roaster is just right behind, and it can be seen through a see-through glass. Let me just show you, right? So by flipping my camera, right, you can actually see my roaster, right? So there it is, that's my roaster, right? This is the one that we use to produce what we use in cafe and supply B2B, right? This one is what we use for sampling coffee. And of course, we do supply all these equipment, right? Grinders and sort, right? Accessories like mocha pot, weighing scale, Kalita paper, V60 paper, the test tube holder for your coffee beans if you like to, to store it, kettles, temperature control kettles, two different versions, knock boxes, grinders, some of the things here, right? The DF64, right? Obviously. What are some of my favorite coffee? I love the Costa Rica Las Lajas. Yeah, it's one of my favorite filter coffee. But now we are almost out of stock, and we have to wait for the next season to come for the supply in Singapore to have the same beans again. So I think last year we imported this batch of coffee from the Costa Rica. Not we imported, right? We bought it from a local supplier. It has been one of the best filter coffee that we have gotten. And we have just gotten another batch of Peru and Brazilian specialty coffee, natural process. I think one is natural, one is washed. But due to shipment delay, nowadays the delay in the shipping is quite bad, and we are supposed to get it next month, but I think it'll be pushed back to April, right? So I have went for the carving before I purchased the coffee. The two coffee tastes really good. I hope I can get the tasting note after I roast the coffee, right? So coming back to the topic of what kind of coffee we offer. So we have the blend, right? We have the single origin, right? The single origins are usually, right, recommended for filtered. There's a Danish guy that has started to make straws out of elephant grass. Very durable. Okay. Wow, dishwasher safe. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, the best option we have now is paper straw. It's still better than the plastic straw. Eventually, we want to get rid of all the plastic cups. And we will charge them for plastic cup, and the money we collect or the money we spend on buying these cups, plastic cups, we will do a donation, right, to a local charity. That's what we want to do. And we want to use a reusable cup, right? And whoever that comes in, take away, and if you can bring your own mug, I will probably do a sort of an incentive for you, so that it's our effort to make the world better, right? And we also trying to change all our coffee bag packaging to paper type rather than the okay, right now we're using the aluminum foam with PP lining inside. I guess to make the coffee beans stay fresh inside the bag, the PP lining now is really critical because it prevents the gas from the gas from getting inside through the micropores of the paper, right? So if I just use a paper bag, then the coffee will actually oxidize really fast. But at the same time, you also encourage the customer to probably use their coffee as quickly as possible. So I'm still thinking, what should I do in the effort to make everything more environmental friendly, right? So first step were to get rid of the plastic cups, but that will take time because everyone is so used to plastic cups. It's very convenient, it's durable, yeah. But the problem is not reusable. So one use, they just throw it away. So it's really a waste. Similar to the paper cup, of course, but if we can come up with an idea, I mean, it's not new, right? People who bring their reusable mug should be getting a discount, right? That's to encourage them to use reusable material. What are some of my favorite roasters other than yourself? Locally, um, I've tried a few roaster, right? I've tried nylon, I've tried PPP, right? Those are local roasters. Internationally, I've tried some of the Japanese roasters, and recently my friend uh, just came back from France for his work trip, and he brought me a bag of coffee, which is roasted by one of the most famous roaster in I believe in Paris. So I will showcase that later, probably later tonight, when I try to roast the bean. The bean is still a little bit too fresh, even though I tried to brew a cup yesterday. The sweetness flavor didn't really pop a lot, so I guess I'll let it rest for a bit more. Scandinavian roast, you mean the super light roast? Those are really tricky. To get the super light roast correct, you require great skill, right? Personally, uh, I will only attempt on the super light roasted coffee bean on certain region. Yeah, yeah. I have not tried actually from Norway, Sweden. Yeah, but I have a friend from Denmark, right? So all these are the Norwegian area. So maybe, but the shipping is too costly. The problem is, yeah. Okay, coming back. So we have the single origin, right? Usually, we will use a certain base to highlight certain notes as a base. Then, sorry, we will use a certain coffee, for example, like Brazilian coffee, Colombian coffee, as a base, right? Even Sumatra Mandailing or even Vietnam Dalat as a base. Then we will blend it by highlighting certain flavor from our single origin. So usually we'll blend it. What is this Paris roaster that you got it back? Was just there in November. I think that my friend told me that there was this cafe whereby they have two EG1, one La Marzocco, one Slayer, but that cafe is only open for pre-booking, right? And there's not many sitting capacity. I'm not too sure the name because he didn't mention the name. And yeah, so that was one of the cafe that he visited. Maybe I'll ask him for the name the next time. Yeah. So and of course we also you know the place? Yes. Yeah, that's one of the very popular. But those are for really nerdy. I believe it's for people who really are into coffee, right? Then they'll probably go to this place. Yeah, because I think the owner actually gave a tour, right? A very few sittings, correct? So you have to. I mean, the owner or whoever that's attending you will actually tell you the roasting profile, how the coffee bean is roasted, where is it sourced from, what's the roasting method, and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, morning. Having here? Take away? Sure. How's the chocolate yesterday?
This one?
Yeah?
You're right, very.
So yeah, I still give you the buttery, but a little bit of chocolate. I think that's how they do the yeah.
Okay.
Shouldn't be too much. That's what they say. Yeah. Depend on chocolate. Yeah. So just one flat white?
Yeah.
Sure. Just step here. Right. Ah, medium to dark. Okay, so Anders like medium to medium dark with coffee. Okay, while chatting, let me try. How's the coffee today? Morning. Sure. To go?
Yeah. But you have to cover the itself.
Sure. Can you just step here? Okay, this one for my own. Good morning. Just give me a moment. It's a lady. Just pass to the lady outside.
Yeah. Thanks.
Welcome. Yes, what can I get for you today?
One cappuccino.
One cappuccino, not so hot. Yes.
And we want two pan chocolate.
Okay.
Cinnamon.
Sure.
Cinnamon, if you give me one, I
Heat it up. One heat it up.
Yeah. One, I eat
Oh,
cinnamon.
eat here? Okay.
Yes, the cinnamon and one cinnamon.
Take away. Sure. The cappuccino take away too, right?
Yes. You put all together.
Okay, sure.
Remember sugar. I'm not doing it.
Not too hot?
No.
No? You like it cold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't eat it right now.
Ah, later. But how about this one that you're going to have now?
No, all together.
All together.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Oops. Thank you.
Thank you.
This way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Okay. Hi.
One cappuccino?
Having takeaway?
And one dark chocolate.
Sure. Thank you. Bye bye. Espresso tonic.
Hey, you make it more guess.
You're not helping. Yeah. So I have to wait for a while. Let's find a way. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Let's move. Okay. Let's test. Okay. First, as usual. Technically, I should be doing this at the start. So this is our blend 1, this is our blend 2. Blend 1 is usually slightly more fruity for people who like to go for black coffee. Usually we use this for our flat white, cortado, piccolo, we all use our blend number 1, which is a coffee that's slightly less chocolatey, more of a milk chocolate, but has a certain sweetness. So we focus more on the sweetness rather than the chocolatey for blend 1. For blend 2, we focus full on chocolatey, no acidity, right? And we also offered the single origin, as I mentioned earlier. And then we also offer very good quality decaf. I think it's a sugarcane processed decaf, right? Yeah, you can taste the sweetness after you cool. Yeah, it has a little bit of acidity, so it's very pleasant. So it's very good. You can drink, both can be drank as espresso. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's try the one that with Robusta. So this particular blend, okay, the first one we use Ethiopia, Kenya, and a Brazilian base. The second one we use 2 base, which is complementing each other. Hey Drive, thanks for joining. Sleep well, my friend. And this, I'll let you know, right? Maybe you can help me see whether in your area there's any good roaster. I'll be quite interested to try coffee around the world. Getting from my friend, that's the best. I'll pay for them, of course, right? Yeah, so the second one is Mandling, Sumatra Mandling, as well as let me see, Sumatra Mandling and Vietnam Dalat. So these two are more earthy, right? And with a certain percentage of Robusta, so we create a blend that's very low acidity. There's a little bit of sweetness, but full on chocolatey and nutty base. So this is for people who like the traditional Italian blend. So when I say Italian blend, I don't mean the dark roast. I meant usually Italian blend comes with Robusta. So that's what they have, right? And usually Italian blend has a Brazilian base. But for my Italian blend, I do not use the Brazilian base. I use Sumatra and the Vietnam. So it's more Southeast Asia. So yeah, this will represent the Southeast Asia part of the country. The first one, which is Kenya, Ethiopia, so it's African, and then the Brazilian is South American, right? So these are more Western side. These are more, and the Robusta that we use is also from Indonesia. So this is a full on Southeast Asia beans. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely taste the chocolatey and nutty taste at the back. The moment it hits you, yeah, that's the base. Yeah, and yesterday I brewed a coffee that is 6 months old, and I think to be able to drink coffee that's roasted 6 months ago, I think the roast cannot be at medium. It has to be lighter than medium, because I think some beans, when you roast it to medium light or even light, it takes a much longer time to degas, and the flavor profile probably will be bursting out after 1 month after roast date, maybe. Yeah, and the particular bag of coffee, which is the Yunnan Red that we have roasted 6 months ago. I remember it's 31st August, so it was like 6 months ago almost. It's a pure sweetness. There's a subtle acidity, subtle bitterness at the back. Maybe because I increased the temperature to 93 instead of using 92. So, and I'm using the ZP6, which highlights the brightness, and I'm using the CT62, the new dripper that I got, manufactured in China. It's a combination of, it's a collaborative effort between a Chinese maker and a China maker, right? So, but the dripper is produced in China. That dripper is pretty interesting. It uses a 62-degree angle rather than a 60-degree, and the filter paper just stick onto the wall so well that it reduces the bypass, right? Which means when you pour water on your dripper, the water will not seep from the wall and go straight down to your cup, right? You will go through the coffee. Yeah. So let's try the piccolo. Yeah, this is lighter. So I think this is an ideal cup for a flat white, which I foresee as slightly lighter. Yeah, coffee has many variations. Yes. Yeah, it does. How's the sound quality, by the way? Jeff is my sound control manager. Right? He helps me with tuning of the sound. Yes, and most importantly, I think if you like to play with variables in coffee, I suggest changing one variable at one time and keep the rest constant because I'm a physics teacher. So when we want to test for whether the variable affects the study, right? We always introduce one variable at a time. So everything else should stay constant. Lower it at -10, right? Let me try that. Now I think I'm using -3 dB, right? So I will try maybe on Friday, right, at -10 dB to see how it goes, right? Still picking up the ambient noise. I'm just worried that it will reduce the quality of the mic and the sound quality. Yeah, I can't do too long of a live stream today because yesterday I tried to deliver the bins and service the machines to one of our B2B clients, but they were not available. So I have to go again today, right? So yeah, so I have to grab um, artificially boosting the sound. It's still very loud. I'm actually talking quite softly now. Okay, so I think let me try to lower the dB. I see whether I can do it here. It has to be on my receiver. Let me see. Okay, now it's -9 dB. Is it better? -9 dB. Still very loud? Yeah, this is really a light coffee that goes really well with less frothy milk. The same sound quality. Okay. Okay, let me try, right? So right now it's at -9. Okay, -6, -6, -3. This is 0. Definitely quite bad. -27. Sound quality from -27. Sound from -24 dB, -24 dB. This is the sound from -21 dB, -18 dB, -18, -15, -15 dB, -12, -12, -9, going back to the cycle, right? So uh, let me know, right, which one sounds better. Maybe I'll go back and hear myself, right, talking. Then I can decide which one is better. Okay, I think -9, right? -9 for now. This is a lot more chocolatey. Yeah. So I achieved what I intended for the roasting. So next month, I'll be using a blend which we already created before, I think end of last year. So I'm actually getting it ready to be launched in March, right? It has one of the anaerobic coffee and Brazilian base. Yeah. So that will use it on our black coffee, which is grinder number 1. Grinder number 2, I think I'll probably be reusing what we have in January, which is the Harmonic Elegance. Right? It's a blend between Brazil and Sumatra. That should give me the chocolate base, but slightly on the sweeter side as compared to my Italian blend right now. Yeah, so I think for today, I'm going to cut it short. Right, thanks for joining. Let me just shout out to my friends over here. Right. Thanks, Marcus, for joining. Thanks, Wes, for joining. Anders, Gwenda, thanks for joining. David, thanks for joining. Wes, thanks for joining. And of course, Dreff, thanks for joining. How do I pronounce it? Drought? Is that correct? And yeah, that's very funny. You let me know which under which DB sounds the best. I've tried the app. Nothing seems to be boosting it. Yeah. Is this better? This is negative 9 dB. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thanks for joining. I'll see you next time. All right.